Pass or incomplete? That's how Oregon high schoolers will be graded for the rest of the school year. A big group of parents and students from around the state don't support that plan. They started a petition a couple of days ago, and as of a few minutes ago, it has 2,500 signatures. They want a choice in how high schoolers are graded this semester. They want the option of either a letter grade or a pass or incomplete. Jenny Tan is one of those parents. Her daughter is a sophomore at Westland High School.
My daughter, when she learned that, she felt that her work that she had done was somewhat lost. She also worried about applying for colleges in the future, as well as for merit-based scholarships. There's currently other states that are offering the choice for grades, as well as private schools are offering grades. So she was just wondering how she would compare.
Oregon Department of Education says it has to safeguard against unintended consequences as freshmen through juniors work towards graduation and pursue higher education. Many colleges, including Oregon Public Universities, said students won't be at a disadvantage for having pass incomplete transcripts this semester because of the coronavirus outbreak. Still, students and parents that we talk to worry whether admissions offices will take that into account when comparing Oregon kids to other applicants who have letter grades. The Oregon School Boards Association threw their support behind the state's plan, saying it ensures equity for all students of all backgrounds. Opponents say they recognize equity issues are heightened through distance learning, with a lot of kids lacking access to technology. But for that very reason, they feel students should be able to choose.
So if a pass-fail is what they need based on their situation, then that's good to have that option for them. But for students who, like me, who are worried about, possible opportunities in the future, I think having the option to have a letter grade is extremely important so that for students' hard work, they can get recognized for it and have those opportunities available.
They're writing to legislators, school board officials, superintendents, and ODE asking them to reconsider. They feel there's still time to have their voices heard.